What up, though? This is the show where we talk sports, we talk smack, and we talk fantasy football. This is the Showdown. I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson. I am here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Waze. What up, though, fellas?
What up?
What's good?
What's good? What up, though? I hope Big Ed is louder tonight because he's been quiet for the past couple weeks, and it's giving us sound quality problems. Content is king and production is queen, so we need to make sure you sound right.
I got you this week.
Okay, all right, sounds good, man. All right. So anyway, man, Waze, what's happening? We had a big week this weekend, man. Did I have a fantastic weekend? Oh my goodness. Man, first it was Michigan on Saturday night, the Lions Saturday afternoon, then the 49ers Saturday evening. We're going to talk about all. We're going to get back to it. Wade, start us off, man. Where we talking? Where we going?
All right, so we're going to do the usual. We're going to start off with some team leagues and some fantasy football talk, and then we don't really got any news, but we got some injury information to hit on.
Okay, all right. And we got a little bit of news, too. I'm gonna touch on that, but we doing the team games first here?
Yep.
So the team leagues, EFG versus EFG, that is Elite Fantasy Games versus Extreme Fantasy Games. For those that are not familiar with team leagues, what we mean is our 8 teams against their 8 teams. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Some of us are, and I'm in all 6 of them. And it's our teams against their teams. So EFG is Elite Fantasy Games against Extreme Fantasy Games. We are part of Extreme Fantasy Games. And this week we took an L. Very seldom taken in this tournament. We took an L this week, 5-3, for the Elite Fantasy Games. So big up to the Daniel Wise and his squad over there. So big up to them. Big Dogs Eat. That is the Nasty Boys versus BSB, Carlton and his crew. So that is us, and as well as a few more of the fellas, Maurice and Carl and KJ and Durio and Dejan. Big up to all of the Nasty Boys. And we tied 4-4 this week. I'm kicking some ass in that league, though. I got a close win over Ricardo this week. So yeah, I got a close win over Ricardo, a couple points. Close one. He was in there. My microphone is messing up tonight. Don't know why. We got to figure that out. I might have a new mic next week.
Yeah, I pulled off a dub and let the big dogs eat as well.
Yes, sir. Big Ed is quiet. He must have lost, but it's okay.
Yeah, I lost.
That's all right. It was 4-4 in the Big Dogs Eat. Big 4-4 in the Big Dogs Eat. In World War I, it is the Nasty Boys versus Death Row. And once again, I got a dub. And once again, we went 4-4. How y'all doing that one? How you doing that one?
I took an L.
I took a shellacking.
You took a slacking? Okay, all right. So, yeah, I think I got a big win in that one. So, I did take an L in the EFG. Mine terrible in that EFG league, man, for some reason. I can't get a win for save my life all of a sudden. And I'm getting blew out. I'm getting beat like I stole something in that league.
Yeah, that's how I got beaten that league this week, too.
Jeez, I'm getting blown up all kind of shit.
Yeah, I only got topped up by 5 points this week, and he just had a player that really just showed up and showed out this week. That was all.
I started off good, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but my shit just the bottom just fell out, man. There's another league we're in, Leaders of the New School. That's Dejan's league, and it is Dejan's team, Steppers Only, versus Chris's team, Midwest Monsters. A little history behind that. Myself and Johnny the Mechanic, we are like bitter rivals, and we are the oldest rivalry in the group that we're in, the group being SWFFG on Facebook. We also are part of BSB, and of course, you can join us, the Showdown YT, on Facebook. So anyway, the oldest rivalry out there is myself and Johnny the Mechanic. And so, leaders of the new school is my son Dejan versus his son Chris. They both put crews together. So, of course, I'm rolling with Dejan, and he's rolling with Chris. And then he put his own. He got some of his friends. So it's the Steppers Only versus Midwest Monsters. I took an L in that league. No, I got a win in that league this week, I think. But I'm not doing well though. I got a bad record, but I did get a dub though this week. And we went 4-4. It was 4-4 this week in that one too. So that's 3 straight 4-4s. And here comes the debacle of the week. The only debacle of the week. It was in Warzone. It's Steppers Only versus the Broad Street Bullies. And the Broad Street Bullies beat Steppers Only 7-1.
Wow.
Damn.
That is the most lopsided victory for a team for the week. And of course, we got the big one. Last but not least, we got the clash. That is the two big boys, the EFG, the Collective versus SWG, also known as SWV. And EFG took the nod this week, 5-3. 5-3, we took the nod this week. Big ups to Acorn. I had to go up against Acorn this week, head up. Last time we played, he got a dub, and he got in my DMs talking this. My IDP is not interchangeable. My ID blah blah blah. Well, your IDP is interchangeable, motherfucker, because I kicked your ass this week. How about that? And last night there was 2 of his IDPs against my kicker, and my kicker came out victorious.
That's great.
So yeah, good game though, Acorn. Good game, but I did take a dub against him this week, and I also want to rehash last week where I was talking about how Chris got a win. I couldn't tell him good game because he was talking all that shit. But the day after our show, there was stat corrections. And I ended up getting the dub. So hey, and guess what? He hits me up talking about, hey, good game. Nah. I ain't trying to hear that now. I want to hear good game now that you found out you took the L. Well, because when you had the dub, you was talking too much BS. So it's my dub. I'm still gonna just leave it be. I'm gonna let it lay there. And I see Johnny the Mechanic trying to bait me, so I'm not letting you bait me. I'm not biting the bait. As a matter of fact, I'm about to lead a group. Nah, how you gonna bait me once I'm gone? And if you try to hop in my DMs, I block your ass. I'm out. You ain't baiting me. I know what you're doing. He's trying to bait me with all the other leagues to distract me from the clash. I know what he's doing, but that's all. It's all good. You ain't getting it. I'm not giving you the satisfaction. You're not gonna bait me. It's not happening. Anyway, man. Anything else?
Nothing else that I've got as far as fantasy.
Anything you got, Big Ed?
Nope.
Let's move along, man. I hope we don't bore y'all with that, but we got to get through those just to start the show. We'll probably have a different format next year so that we don't do that. But we know that we got a core audiences are parts of these groups, so we go ahead and give them their love first.
Yeah.
Much respect to all the players in all the leagues. So over here in all of these leagues, much respect to all of them, man. It's a lot of fun. Been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun in the Elite Fantasy games with the EFG League. The Big Dogs Eat League is my favorite. Clash has been, of course, the most competitive. Well, not the most competitive, just the most shit talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been having fun with the leagues, man. All of them been good. Werewolf One been good. Warzone's been pretty competitive. They all been pretty competitive and a lot of fun. So big ups to all the players out there on all bullshit aside.
Right.
Even those that hate on us, fuck you. But whatever. And by the way, fuck Carlton. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we don't really got much news to touch on unless one of you two got something that for us.
I got something.
All right, let's hear it.
49ers kicked the Eagles' ass.
Ooh,
Yeah, they did.
The 49ers kicked the Eagles' ass so good.
oh, I
Don't
see.
hear shit else from. Look, on a fantasy standpoint, Carlton, Melvin, y'all my boys, great leaders. Been good. It's been cool hanging with y'all. It's good rocking with y'all. And, y'all stay active in the chat. Y'all make sure that everybody on point. I appreciate all that. But for the Eagles and the Cowboys, y'all fandom, y'all better recognize.
Hey,
Okay,
I saw a funny. I can't even call it a meme because it's legit. It's 100% true, especially after this week's game. And it's a quote from Debo Samuel from last year saying that Eagles 49ers playoff game wouldn't have been even close had Brock Purdy been healthy.
Yeah, he did say that. And well, a little history behind that. That's where the Carlton was hollering 49ers. He was hollering that shit, right? It's like, okay, you got to win when you knew we had to run. We didn't have a quarterback, right? A quarterback got hurt. Our backup had never played in the game, so he of course ran himself right out of the game, just like a rookie does. And we ain't had no quarterback. We we got to run every down. We trying to be as creative as possible with running the ball, but we got to run the ball.
Right.
So it's but you want to take all the pride in that and talk about us. Okay, all right. If y'all again, like I said about Chris, if you would have been handled like men, it'd have been like, all right, it wasn't it was it was a rigged game. It was rigged once that happened. Fix. I mean, that's how it was. So it's okay. But instead of taking it like, yo, right, we know y'all was down, but we got the L. Maybe next time y'all be healthy. Instead of but no, it's blah blah 40 whiners. Y'all just want. Oh, okay, all right. We'll see y'all again then.
You can tell
They
he's
try to use Debo's statement as bulletin board material. Good, bitches. You know what we did? We walked right up out on the field before the game even started. Walked right through y'all fucking line. Walked right through y'all. Start a fight before the game. Just get out to it. Get off your own field.
they did they Luda.
Get off your. God.
Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
There you go.
Yeah, the 49ers put it on them. And really, that quote being put out there the way it did right after that game, man, that that to
He
me
said that before. He said that after the
last year
last
after
game.
after
Yeah.
that playoff game, and then
Yeah.
someone had made an image for it and posted
Yeah.
it.
See,
Was
I
it
told you so.
yesterday?
They coach did. They coach made a bulletin board material.
Man,
Philly's coach put it out there.
and it couldn't have shown just how right he was in that quote.
Whooped your ass. What was you about to say, Big Ed?
Told you so.
Your little ass voice.
That's what the 49ers was saying. I told you so.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, they were saying the same thing to you too.
I know I picked the Eagles.
Oh man, I think I picked the Eagles too.
Yep,
I both picked the Eagles.
Oh man, that was shameful. Shame.
It's all good though.
All right, so we got some injury news this week. Usually we don't hit the injuries, but we got four pretty significant, three significant injuries. One injury not so significant, but does bring up a discussion on this individual's career. The three significant injuries, we got Trevor Lawrence, who sprained his ankle.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly at the time.
It looked really bad. And
It looked
back
more
then,
like a knee
just
than
a
it did an ankle.
yeah,
It looked like both.
yeah. And the fact that it was just
Yeah, the way it folded up.
he got folded up bad. But right now he's listed as questionable, and they're actually considering putting him in this week.
Yeah, allegedly it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Yeah,
And that's a good thing, man. They need him though because the Texans on their ass.
man,
Yeah.
and they ain't playing. Texans are not playing. And this doesn't help the Jags' case. Christian Kirk's out for at least 8 weeks. So
Mm.
he has a chance to come back this season if they make the Super Bowl.
Now I will say this: that's not going to happen. I will say this: that was a great game last night, though.
Yeah, it was.
Man,
I could not stop watching the game. I was sleep deprived all day because of that, man. That was a great game. And I ain't gonna front. I know I was talking a little smack a little bit ago, but I ain't gonna front. I was sitting there going, "Damn, Cincinnati in the game! Stop giving Jacksonville the ball because both of Acorn's defensive players was on Cincinnati, and every time Jacksonville got the ball, Cincinnati he's scoring points on me, and I'm like, stop giving them the ball." In this damn game. Then they go into overtime. I'm like, damn it. I had Jacksonville's kicker, and this motherfucker kicked missing field goals. Oh, what the fuck?
Taking points away.
Oh man, it was stressful. It was stressful to watch that game, but it was a great game though. It was. So I was relieved when it ended, and I was like, thank you, Cincinnati, for kicking the field goal successfully and ending this damn game. Now I can go try to get some rest.
I feel that. Yeah, that was a hell of a game to watch. Um, Next up on our injury report this week, we got Tank Dell, fractured fibula, out. He's
Yeah,
done for the season.
that looked
Yeah.
bad.
That was really bad. The young man, he's a rookie, I believe.
Right.
Rookie of the year candidate.
Man, and hell of a season he's been having. Sucks that this is happening, especially there's something special going on with that team. I
Yeah,
know he would love to be able to bring Houston, go from the team they were last season to being in the playoffs this season and to be a part
yeah.
of.
Could still be there, but yeah, I mean he I would still say he's been a big part of it because he had a very good season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really made a name for himself this year.
Yeah.
He'll be their number one next year.
I don't know. Is there any room for, well, you know what? They got really 3 number 1s already. They
Flat
got
out.
Nico Brown, they got Nico Collins, they got
Noah Brown.
Noah Brown, and they got Tank. They
Yep.
got 3 number 1s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's damn near like a Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce combination.
Pretty much. It's tough. They got it really good on receivers over there. But
Yeah.
either way, Tank Dell going down, it's a significant hit to them, but more of a hit to him
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the season he's had so far.
I agree.
And then the injury that brings up a discussion is on Derek Carr, who for the second time in the last 30 days is on concussion protocol, on top of his rib injury.
What's the discussion?
What's next for this man? Because he's past that age. It's one thing if it's Tua, who's young in his career, but it's another thing when Derek Carr, who's got more time in the game.
Yeah, he don't have much tread left on the tires. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know because quite frankly, on one hand, I say yeah, it's about time because he's been there a while. But on the other hand, I say damn, but he was not playing bad before he went down.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm gonna just shut up and dribble.
I think Carter comes back and plays well next year.
Uh,
That gives him more time to learn the offense, and he'll do better next year in this offense.
Yeah, I could see that if they decide to keep the same offensive coordinator. I could see that, but I don't know. With this 2 concussions within 30 days, that's it doesn't sound as bad as what it really is. That's pretty significant. Coming back off of one concussion after a year is has still some ramifications.
And when you consider how long he's been in the league, how old he is, his age, is it worth it?
Right.
Worth it in the work. No, in reverse it. It's swimming the bathroom. It's swimming in the bathroom.
Other than that, that's all I got for us for injuries this week.
All right. All right.
Big Ed, you got heavy hitters for us?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's hit him.
Top 3 quarterbacks: Geno
Huh.
Smith,
Gino.
Brock Purdy,
Oh.
and Dak.
So I would just like to point out that the guy that was considered by one of us inefficient
For a 3-week
now
span.
is now leading the MVP vote.
For a 3-week span.
He
I
is
said.
now the leading candidate for MVP.
Mm.
But he's inefficient.
I said for a 3-week
Let's go.
span.
No, that's not what you said.
Yeah,
That's
it is what I said.
That's
We
what you're
can put the tape
amending it to. I can pull the tape.
back. We can pull the tape.
I can pull the tape. Okay?
Aggressive replay.
I can pull the tape for you. So, yeah. So
We pull
there
the tape,
you
'cause
go.
in that
That's
show-
why I almost shut this whole damn thing down when he said that dumbass shit.
In that show, I said for those 3 weeks.
No, that's
we
not
can
what
get
you
a-
said. That's what you tried to amend. That's what you're trying to amend it to. That is not what you said. You said he said Brandon Ayuk. He's like, oh, you gotta have an efficient quarterback for that.
I
Yeah.
said at this moment in time,
No,
Brock
that's what
Purdy
you
is
amended
not
it to.
efficient.
That's not what you did. No, that ain't.
But
Motherfucker
you
lost
did
3
not-
games in his career. This nigga lost 3 games in his whole career and hit it. Man, come on, man.
For those 3 games,
Don't stop. Don't start trying to defend yourself on that dumbass shit you said. Just take that L. Just take that L and live with it.
for running backs,
All right.
Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, and Devon A-Chain.
Yeah, Devon A-Chain.
Yeah.
That was
Boy,
his first week back, wasn't it?
that was his second week back.
Second week.
I tell you what, yeah, it's the second week back. I tell you what, though, he ain't on the heavy hitters, but Joe Mixon was balling out because that damn Jake Browning wasn't no joke last night.
Man.
He actually
I was
honorable mention.
because we thought that I did. I said Joe Mixon numbers might be down because they ain't got old boy, right? Joe Burrow. I keep wanting to say Carson Palmer, but they had Joe Burrow in there, so I'm thinking they just gonna key on the run. Shit, that boy Jake Browning can ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I am
Threw
the
for
same.
354.
I will put this out there as I did, coincidentally and sadly, put Jake Browning as one of my sitters. I was absolutely incorrect on that.
But you know what? I can't knock it. I ain't never seen him play, so how would you know?
Right.
Man, that dude balled out. That dude balled out last night. I was impressed. I was just the eye test was like this guy is putting them. But you know, I was interested. His story is interesting, right? He won at every level but the NFL.
Mhm.
He broke all the state high school records where he played in high school. So he was expected to be this guy when he got up there, and he got there and he just became a guy. But he showed out last night. I know he made his hometown proud.
Right.
They was out there saying, I told y'all, you can't mess with Jake."
Wide receivers: DK Metcalf, Debo Samuel, and Nico Collins.
Yeah. Speaking of which, didn't Puka get hurt this week?
He's not expected to miss any time, but he did get popped pretty good this week.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Debo Debo put in work on them boys. Debo was like, "Oh no, I'm coming. Y'all gonna see me.
He said, "Y'all forgot who I am. Let me get."
Remember my name."
He said, "Hold up, y'all forgot about me. Let me go grab my bike real quick."
Yeah. You know what's special though? I tell you one thing about the 49ers that I did notice. I actually kind of noticed it the week before, but I really, really paid attention to it. Is that Debo is staying healthier because with Christian McCaffrey there, he doesn't have to do as much.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have to be in the backfield and run it straight up the middle and run it like a running back. So he don't have to do as much because Christian takes those, and then he can stay healthier because he don't have to do as much.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
they really, really complement each other very well.
Yeah.
So big ups to those guys. And do you realize the 49ers got 16 sacks since they got Chase Young? On the surface, it don't look like he's doing shit, but he's opening some lanes for the other guys, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Look
that's
at
the best role to have as a defensive lineman. If you can go ahead clog up as much of the offensive defender or blockers as you can, the offensive line as you can, and create those lanes, man, you're far more valuable than the man that's getting all those sacks.
you feel me? You feel me? That's what everybody's complaining here. That's what the Lions need. So they talking about the talk in town. The Lions are not talking about it. The Lion fans are talking about the Lions should go get Ndamukong Suh off the couch.
He ain't off the couch. This man's an XFL champion.
Yeah, well,
He work in the grocery store like Kurt
Surprised-
Warner.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that they're not talking about for the Lions to make the take the option to make a chase after Daniil Hunter during the offseason.
they're talking about trying to get sued now.
Yeah,
They're trying to. I mean, the fans want them to go get sued now to finish out the season and beef up that defensive line some because they've been pretty ineffective the last 3 weeks.
yeah.
They ain't been able to get to the quarterback, and they was like they need to chase Young, somebody that may not be out there getting sacks, but he makes it so that you can't double team uh, Hutch.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, you can't double team Hutch. You're gonna have to open some lanes for some of these other guys to get through. If Ndamukong Suh is in the middle, and this is where he started his career, so it's only natural that the locals want to see him come back.
Yeah. Big Ed, tight ends.
Tight ends: Sam Laporta,
Mhm.
Evan Ingram, and Trey McBride.
What a pickup,
Ooh,
Sam
what?
Laporta.
You mean my wild card stardom from last week, Trey McBride? That Trey McBride?
That Trey McBride.
Yeah.
That was a good wild card starter. Yeah. Yeah. Laporta breaking records, man. He's owning all of the Lions tight end records. He's just taking them all.
Laporta, within 5 weeks, made it hard for us to consider him a wild card pick at tight end for
Oh
starting
yeah.
off.
It was amazing. They were running some of his numbers down and his rankings. The names that he's in the class with now is like I was like, damn.
Hmm.
Everybody you name is world class. Kittle,
Right.
and Kelsey, and I'm like, damn, and Andrews, and
Yep.
then him. I'm like, he's like fourth or fifth overall tight end. I'm like, holy shit.
His fantasy numbers don't lie.
No,
No
they don't.
doubt, man. So big ups to Brad Holmes, man, for seeing that he can find another way to with move Hawkinson and find another way. And I think he's found this guy, man.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact they passed on Musgrave, who at that time during the draft was considered better.
Oh
Uh,
no, Michael Mayer was the one that everybody was talking about. They were supposed to take, and
yeah,
he went right behind him. He went the next pick, I think.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it to Indianapolis?
Michael
Ah,
Mayer went to the Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders.
Raiders, yeah, yeah. So that was the one. That's the one that everybody was complaining about. Oh, how about Kansas City getting their ass beat? How about that?
Man,
How about Green Bay putting it on Kansas City, folks?
Oh, all I know, and I sympathized with this post I had seen on NFL memes or whatever it was. But ain't no way in hell Green Bay comes up with 3 Hall of Fame class quarterbacks in the goddamn row. I
Jordan,
swear to God, if this is the
Jordan
case,
Love is balling.
I swear to God, if this is the case, I'm gonna be so damn mad.
Jordan Love is balling, baby.
Because Jordan Love was not playing. He said, Patrick, who? Boy, you Patty to me.
Yeah, Jordan Love is balling, man. Jordan Love is balling.
So does
Two
that
big
take
wins in a row for them.
does that take Kansas City out of being the number one in everybody's
AFC.
minds in
Well,
the
he was
AFC?
never number one in mine anyway. I thought it was Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore has been my number one.
I've been calling Baltimore for a few weeks now.
No one's talking about it, but Baltimore has the scariest defense in the league right
Yeah, I'm still running with Baltimore in the AFC. Baltimore and Frisco. How about that? A rematch.
now. Ooh, I can see it though. The way
Yeah.
this league
Hopefully the
right
lights
now,
don't go out this time.
Let's get some revenge for Kaepernick.
the only wild card I could see making it. Okay, no, I ain't gonna say that because that just sounds dumb even in my own head. I was gonna say the only wild card I could see accidentally making it to the Super Bowl is the Texans, and even then, I'm like, just shut up, just shut up.
What if it's the Texans and Cowboys?
Ah, that
Oh,
would be hilarious.
Texas Super Bowl.
Oh, that's Astros versus Rangers all over again.
Wow. Sure is. Sure
Fights
is.
here.
Except Texans and Cowboy fans fight.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
point.
they do. They fight each other like crazy, like mad dogs, man. If they fight like cats and dogs, they hate each other. Is that it?
yep,
What
that's
about
the
That is
end of the
kickers?
it.
heavy hitters.
So that means start 'em, sit 'em.
Stardom sit-ems. Um,
We're gonna do things a little different this time, or going forward. We're gonna do one start, one wild card start, and one sit.
okay. All right. All right. All right. All right then. So my stardom, I'm gonna go with the league MVP, Dak Prescott.
Ooh, that sounded gross. That's like peanut butter cup in it. Good lord.
And my wild card, I'm gonna go with Jared Goff against Chicago. He got to make up for that last time.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go for my start.
Oh,
Lamar Jackson.
do I do all three of them now? Let me just run them down
Okay.
too.
Do your all
And,
good.
and then my sit 'em, and then my sit 'em, I'm gonna go with Matt Stafford against Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, sorry about that, Big Ed. I didn't mean to
it's
cut
all
you.
good.
Since we doing a new format, I thought I'd run all three of them down.
Okay, my start is gonna be Lamar Jackson. My wild card is gonna be Jameis Winston against Carolina,
Ooh, I like that.
Not bad.
and my sit Desmond Ritter against Tampa Bay.
Hmm. I honestly fought that Desmond Ritter one. I wanted to, but at the same time, Tampa Bay's defense slowed down. So I'm not sure yet. Uh, I'm gonna start Tua Tagovailoa against Tennessee. I'm gonna go and put as my wild card this week Josh Dobbs against the Raiders. And then my sit this week will be Matt Stafford against the Ravens as well.
Good call. At running back, I'll go with the MVP, Christian McCaffrey against Seattle. Let's see. My wild card, I'm going with Ezekiel Elliott against Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
And for my sit 'em, I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift against Dallas.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I got real with y'all on the running back.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Austin Eckler against Denver.
Hmm.
My wild card is gonna be Zach Moss against Cincinnati. And my sit is gonna be Jerome Ford against Jacksonville.
Okay. You know what? I could agree with that. I like that. My start is gonna be CMC up against the Seahawks. My wild card this week is gonna be Damian Pierce against the Jets. And my sit, I'm gonna sit Brees Hall against the Texans.
Okay. All right. Wide receivers, I'm going to state the obvious. For the rest of the year, I'm putting him right there at the top of my list. Because he's trying to get there. He called his shot, and he's trying to make it happen.
All right.
Tyreek Hill against Tennessee. And for my wild card, I'm going with Jordan Addison against Las Vegas.
Ooh.
And then my sit 'em, I'm going to sit Chris Godwin against Atlanta.
Okay.
Okay.
My start is gonna be Mike Evans against Atlanta. My wild card, Michael Pittman against Cincinnati.
Mm.
And my sit-em is gonna be Rasheed Rice against Buffalo.
He was almost mine, too.
Ooh. All right. So my start is Tyreek Hill. Um, my wild card. You know what? I'm just gonna stick with mine. I wanted to change my wild card because OG, I had the exact same wild card as you. I have Jordan Addison against the Raiders. And my sit this week is gonna be Drake London against the Bucks.
Oh. Oh. I hope you're wrong because I need him.
Tight ends.
Tight ends. I'm going to go Sam Laporta against Chicago. My wild card, I'm going to go Cole Kmet against the Lions. How about that? It's going to be a tight end battle.
I like it.
And then for my sit-ems, I'm going to sit Evan Ingram against Cleveland.
For your
Ooh.
wild card to happen, we gotta stop fucking throwing the goddamn screens.
Oh, wait a second. Evan Ingram after having that game he had last week.
He might not have Trevor Lawrence though.
Yeah, that's why I just had to change my mind.
There you
No one-
go.
We don't even know who his backup is, just in case. So, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm with you.
There you go.
All right, my start. I'm gonna go Kittle against Seattle. Kincaid against my wild card to be Dalton Kincaid against Kansas City.
Yeah.
And my sit-em is gonna be Michael Mayer against Minnesota.
Yeah. That's a good setup. Just because it's Michael Mayer and the Raiders, not the Minnesota part.
O'Connell ain't gonna have time to throw the ball.
Yeah. No.
That blitz that Minnesota runs right now is crucial.
Yeah, and it's unique, and I love it. My start is going to be T.J. Hawkinson against the Raiders. My wild card this week is going to be Isaiah Likely against the Rams.
I like that one.
My sit-em for tight end will be Hunter Henry against the Steelers.
Wow. Okay. All right. Kickers. Oh, my bad.
So we got pickup, and I got our 5 games. Big Ed, let me know when you're ready for these 5 games.
Go ahead and run them.
Okay. So, we got pick'ems,
We do.
and I had thought of something I wanted to say,
Okay.
and now I forgot. So let's do the pick'ems.
All right. Well, first up, we got Detroit going to Chicago. Big Ed, who you got?
Chi-town, baby.
All right, OG.
I'm gonna go with Detroit.
All right, and I am gonna go with the Lions as well. Next up, we got Minnesota going to Las Vegas.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
As am I.
As am I. Seattle headed on over to San Fran.
I'm gonna go with San Fran.
That makes two of us.
That makes three. Buffalo going to KC.
Ooh, good game. Good game. I'm gonna go with KC.
Mm,
I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
this is a tough one, but ah, it's interesting because their weaknesses are the same weaknesses. This is gonna be a high scoring game again. I'm I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Ooh, I'm on the island with Kansas City.
And last game this week,
Last game.
Philadelphia heading on over to Dallas.
Oh man, fuck Carlton. I'm going with the Cowboys.
The Big Ed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys also in this one.
All right, Carlton, I got your back this week. Psych, I got you good, Cowboys.
uh,
All right, and that's all I got for you, guys, this week.
all right, man. Well, that Big Ed, you got anything you want to throw down?
Nope.
All right, we want to thank y'all for joining us. That's the Showdown. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. This is the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways. We want to thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the like if you like what you see. Like what you see. That's what we like to say there. So go ahead and join the network and watch some of the other shows that we got going on the network. It was a lot of fun, and I just remembered what I did want to mention.
Say,
It's a real big topic that we didn't mention.
what is
Real
it?
quick before we go, I'm sorry, y'all. We was about to leave. I was wrapping up. I had a nice, clean exit. There's a real big story that we did not touch, and I have to hear what the fellas got to say about it.
All right.
Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Alabama.
Oh, the college football playoff.
Yeah.
You know what? They did what they could to try to hold down Michigan and get us out of there. It didn't work out. NCAA, I'm sorry. We gonna take it. It is what it is. Go blue. I don't care about who else is in the playoffs. You're gonna lose, so go blue.
Your thoughts, Big Ed?
Wasn't it- I don't know. College football playoff confuses me. How? Because I feel Georgia still should have been in there. Florida State was another team that I heard was supposed to be in that mix, but yeah, college football confuses the hell out of me.
So, just real quick, Georgia lost to Alabama in the SEC finals.
Okay.
Right, so that's why they got the nod over Georgia. But here's what's interesting: they jumped from 8, so they leapfrogged Ohio State as another quality 1-win team.
Yep.
And they leapfrogged Florida State, which is an undefeated team.
Hmm.
So Florida State is undefeated, yet
And
they
not
got
in the playoffs.
yeah, they got leapfrogged by
Yes.
Alabama.
All because their quarterback got hurt.
No, it's all because of the money. Come on now, let's follow the money.
Real about it.
You think they want to see Michigan, Alabama, or Michigan, Florida State? What you think of sell the most tickets?
Yeah, Nick Saban.
Come on now, that's going to the TV ratings is going to be for Michigan, Alabama. If Michigan, Florida State would not have gotten the hype that Michigan, Alabama gets, especially in the midst of controversy.
Yeah, Fireball
Right.
versus Saban. You kidding me?
Both and both schools are sitting in controversies now.
Yeah.
Michigan with the cheat scandal, and Alabama now for getting in a period. So they're both sitting up with controversy. Man, that's gonna be probably the most watched game of the whole thingamajigam,
Yeah.
whole playoff.
I'll be watching.
Now Texas got in at number 3 as a one-loss team, but they beat Alabama.
Hmm.
And then Washington number 2, because I think they're undefeated if I'm not mistaken.
So basically, you can say Alabama got in because of the Nick Saban effect.
Because of the money.
Yeah, because of where the money goes.
The money, the matchup. Number 4 plays number 1. Michigan is number 1. So number 4 plays Michigan. Do you want to see Michigan, Florida State, or Michigan, Alabama? If I'm making money off of this game, which one you think which one you think I'm putting in there?
Yeah.
And I was saying the whole time, there's no way they're going to have a national championship without an SEC team, because everybody thought SEC should be cut out because Georgia and Alabama both got one loss. But you can't not have an SEC team.
Yeah.
So that's why I always thought it should be 5 teams. So there's a Power 5 conferences. That way, all 5 conferences get represented.
Yeah.
Or 6, so that you have all 5 conferences in one bubble team.
Yeah.
But they're going to expand it next year. So this is the last year for this particular issue. Of course, there's always going to be a number. If you bring 8 teams, there's always going to be a number 9 to complain.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you make it 12, number 13 is going to complain.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I thought Florida State had a fairly legitimate excuse because, hey, we beat who was in front of us.
Yeah. We beat Alabama. Why did they?
They
get
didn't
to
beat
go-
Alabama.
yeah.
Oh, I thought that's who you said they beat.
No, Texas beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Florida
Oh, okay.
State didn't beat Alabama. Florida State had the 55th hardest schedule. Their strength of schedule ranked 55.
Okay.
Alabama's schedule ranked 5.
Okay.
So that's what it was. That's what they are leaning more on. Like Alabama played the tougher competition and only lost 1 game.
Yeah.
And 50 spots down comes you.
Right.
Yeah, you're undefeated, but are you really better than Alabama?
Right.
And would Bama and Michigan be a more? It's not even a more compelling game.
And see, when you break it down like that, it doesn't make Alabama's entry seem all that controversial to me, at least. To me, it makes sense. Why am I going to put someone in who had an easier schedule than someone who's doing equally as good, may not have this better record, but they're doing equally as good?
And the only
They
team
had
they
a
lost for,
schedule.
and the only team they lost to is number 3.
Yeah. So
That's the only team they lost to.
yeah, that makes more. It does it. That makes more sense for Alabama to get that nod than
It's going to be interesting. So a lot of people here, the talk here amongst a lot of the people is that it was done because they want Michigan to lose. So they did it to say, nope, you don't get to play Florida State. You got to play Alabama first.
Mhm.
Those people are wearing tinfoil hats too, ain't they?
No.
And the NCAA has been gunning for Michigan left and right all year.
Yeah, and that's what they
Attention
said.
to
This was
that
all
part.
of this is that's the talk here. It's all about Michigan.
They've been gunning for Michigan all year. Left. They come out. Oh, what? Oh, so you proved that we were wrong, but check this. We got this now. Check this out. We gonna get you on this. That's how the NCAA has been playing with Michigan.
I'm looking forward to the college football playoff. I'm looking forward to the fantasy playoff. Some playoffs start already.
This
Uh,
week.
some going into the last week of the season. So it's going to be a lot of fun over the next few weeks. But I want to thank y'all for joining us once again. Subscribe to the channel. Like what you see if you like what you see. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson on behalf of the Nasty Boys Big Ed Ways. This is the What Up Though Show Radio Network, and we out of here like last year. Peace. Thanks for watching the Showdown.